here, we're going to have some back-to-back intersections, so get in the habit of checking that rearview mirror for your Bronco buddy as you pass through each one. And we're going to start off on some pretty casual gravel roads here, and, continuously increase the difficulty level as we go. And because there are those other trail users out here, the trail usually dictates how fast or slow we go, depending on how rough it is. But in general today, on these gravel roads, we're going to keep it under 15 miles an hour so we don't surprise anybody around a blind corner. And just down here at the bottom of this little hill, there's going to be a big flat rock sticking up out of the trail. I want you to try to put your passenger tire onto that big flat rock. You could use the trail sights on the corner of your hood to help line up your tire to drive up and over it. So those trail sights are those black plastic tabs on the top of the hood. They line up with the inside edge of your front tires. So you might be thinking to yourself back there, Kevin, there was room to get around that big flat rock. Why'd you make me drive over it? The reason is because of tread lightly. We want to drive over and through the obstacles on the trail, not around them to the point where we are widening the trail or creating new trails where there weren't any. So we want to drive over and through the obstacles strategically. We can maneuver our vehicle a little bit as long as that trail is wide enough to do so. But if you find yourself driving over green growing things, that is a big no-no, and I take stickers away for that, so please don't do that.
Yes, you can set up your map to do this thing called dropping breadcrumbs, and it drops those little dots on the map. So if you want to find your way back.
All right, folks. So tomorrow, I believe there's a running race, which is what these cones and arrows are for. So if you get lost today, do not follow those. Those have no relation to what we're doing. If you get lost and your Bronco buddy forgot about you, stop at the intersection. Call me on the radio. I will get you found. Don't start guessing which way to go.
If all else fails, head down.
Alright, so I had you in 4 auto of that transfer case all through this point because it kind of gives you a set it and forget it kind of mentality on some of these lighter trails. So 4A is okay to use on high traction surfaces like pavement. It's also really good for inclement weather driving, like heavy rain or light snow. When you're kind of not sure if you should be in 4-wheel drive or not, pick 4A if you have it. That way it decides for you. And it kind of decides based on a whole bunch of different factors if you should be in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, including things like traction control, slip sensors, your steering angle and input, all kinds of different things. So it's pretty smart. right, folks, so we are going to be passing by the Gunstock Nordic Center over here, which is the building out your past the window. And so most of these gravel roads we've accessed so far are actually part of Gunstock's cross-country ski network. And just up ahead here on the passenger side as well, you're going to see some targets covered in white paint. And they actually practice the biathlon in Winter Olympics, where the folks cross-country ski and then shoot the rifles. And the woman back there that was loading stuff out of that white vehicle, she's actually in charge of the program, and she's a former Olympian athlete for the biathlon. Trails that we have power going to both the front and rear axle. So while we're moving, just reach down, push the 4H button, four-wheel drive high. You can change that on the fly, like we talked about.
Don't forget, when the time comes, both hands on the wheel. No crossover.
All right, folks. So, like we talked about, all the Broncos do all the same trails, just kind of at different times. So you'll kind of start to see some of those groups here. This intersection is kind of the headway for a bunch of trails. So feel free to wave as you go by those other Bronco groups. Now, this section of trails, we're going to start seeing some ruts and some mud and some bigger rocks and things. So, primary rule, stay on the trail, don't drive over the green growing things. But you don't always have to put your tires exactly in the rut of the car in front of you. In fact, a lot of times we want to be just one tire width outside of that deep point, as long as the trail is wide enough to do so. What that does is it helps prevent that rut from getting deeper and deeper with each car that passes. Sometimes the trail is not wide enough to offset your line choice from the car in front of you, so in that case you would just put your tires in the ruts. So again, as we start going through this section, you may notice on these uphill and downhills, high range is a little bit quick. We're going to compare that to low range in just a little bit. But I kind of want you just feeling out how the vehicle feels like it's handling right now.
What are you doing?
Tilting the mirrors down
Oh.
so I can see the back tires.
I was gonna say, well, mine's good for the passenger.
Yeah, it's good for me too. This one I had to put down.
But what I want you to try to do here is pay attention to the speed you're going in relation to how rough or the vehicle feels as it's going over the terrain. So if it feels like you're slamming around in the car and you're getting whiplash in your neck, usually an indication you need to slow down a little bit. So on this section of trail with the rocks, try and find the sweet spot where the car is the least, swaying the least side to side. So it should kind of feel more like a boat gently swaying in the ocean waves.
Don't get sick.
Okay.
Don't get sick.
Oh.
It's a boat.
And you can play with your speed here a little bit. See what feels better. Sometimes too fast is too bumpy, sometimes too slow is too bumpy. Alright, in the silver car right behind the lead car, can you describe how 4 low feels different than 4 high? What are you feeling?
More control, feeling the bumps more, but feels better.
I like control. I would agree with that. It makes it a little easier to have, reaction time on those pedals. How about in the blue vehicle behind, so third one in line?
Feels like the engine doesn't have to work as hard to crawl over some of the obstacles, so you don't have to press quite so hard.
Bingo. We get more torque with less RPM, so kind of makes it easier on the vehicle to kind of work through here. How about fourth vehicle in the convoy? I think that's the red one. Notice any other things you want to add?
I got nothing to add. I agree with the other two.
All right. The last 2 vehicles, anything else to add of how the 4 low feels different?
No, we agree.
All right. So coming up ahead here, there's some big chunky granite slabs of rock sticking out of the earth. Put your tires on the rocks. It's grippier than the dirt and mud around it. Just past that big chunk of slab, we're going to stop the convoy for a second and let everybody catch up. So pull up about bumper to bumper with the car in front of you. And I'm going to hop out and kind of help spot through this section, but I got some talking to do as well, so I'll wait for the tail gunners back there to let me know when they're caught up.
We're good.
Starbait's gonna switch drivers.
Sorry, I've got driver switch again. All right. So, just in front of the convoy here, we've got kind of 2 obstacles back to back. So I'm going to talk about both of them while we're paused here for a second. One of them, next to this picnic table, is a big hole in the middle of the trail. So we talked about putting tires onto friendly rocks to gain traction and clearance. If we put our tires into holes, we lose clearance, and we typically So where I'm standing is the side tilt, so kind of you'll see a big puddle. We want to stay off the roots of the trees if we can help it. But then drive up on the slab rock down here a little further.
Said straddle.
Now, unlike this morning, this side tilt won't pick a tire up in the air, but you will see about 18 or 19 degrees if you peek down at your screen as you go across.
All right, you got a big rock.
Yep.
So I'm not really spotting you on this section where I'm standing. I'm just kind of making sure you drive up on the rock. And obviously, as the trail gets steeper, if you find yourself catching up to the Bronco in front of you, hit the brakes, slow down, gain that spacing back out. There you go.
Say, does he need a ride?
So again, we're using that manual first gear in combination with low range to keep the vehicle kind of slowed down without having to rely on the brakes as much. So Bruce, coming up in front of you there should be that intersection I was talking about. You can stop at that one.
Took a shortcut. That's how he did it.
All right, nice job on that section, everybody. So right here is kind of
What are you doing?
Just getting off the road. That road we were on.
All right, so as you make your way through this trail, if you feel, hear, smell, taste that wheel slip or spin, get that to stop, and then try using one of those locking differentials. The question is like, well, which one? Think about where you think you have the best available traction. Is it at the front tires? Is it at the back tires? Are you going uphill? Are you going downhill? If that button doesn't work, shut it off, try the other one. If that doesn't work, try both. If you tried all the buttons and already tried reverse and you're still stuck, call me on the radio. And further ahead on the trail, there is a big old mud puddle. It is deeper than it looks, and there's rocks before the mud and rocks after the mud, meaning there are rocks in the mud. So go slow, don't blast through it like they show you in the commercials, or else you'll realize why they call it a bash plate. Now, mud is like a hill climb. You want to wait till the car in front of you gets through that obstacle before you dive into it. So again, make sure you're just maintaining that spacing from the car in front of you through this trail. If all you can see is their back bumper, you're going to have a very boring day. And again, once you get past me down that hill, just kind of get bumper to bumper so I can have room for
Watch your
everybody
hands.
down there.
Oh, watch us. Move.
All right, folks. First half of this trail complete. P.S. This is an old logging trail, so there's a giant machine with big monster truck tires called the skidder that drags all those downed logs out of the woods, and we've repurposed it for Bronco usage. So this trail is nicknamed Skidder. It also might be called that because of the next obstacle, which is that little mini cliff. So, this one, I want everybody to be in manual first gear,
You can
but
shut the
you are
windows.
going to squeeze the brake pedal harder than you've ever squeezed it in your entire life. That is because the front end of the vehicle is going to be pointed pretty extreme down, and the car is going to lean sideways, meaning your driver rear tire will most likely come off the ground. So you need to go over this little cliff as slow as possible, like inching that tire off the edge. Think about a bowling ball at the top of a flight of stairs. If we just shove the bowling ball off, it's going to hop and skip and bounce all the way down. But if we cradle that bowling ball slowly off the lip of each stair, then we can control its descent a lot better. So, to help yourself not fall on
little bit. Good. Real slow. Just inch it down. There you go. Good control. It's going to start to feel tippy right about here. And hold. The steering wheel is perfect, so just nice and slow, bringing it forward. Good. A little bit of turn this way. More turn, keep turning. Good. Turn all the way. Keep coming forward. more than welcome to come and hang out at dinner. We can't guarantee there will be any.
The only thing I use my front gear for is to keep the dog
Well, she's driving it. So, you know,
But beyond
those
that-
big yellow posts,
Okay.
you know, shit like that.
Passenger
Yeah.
tire on that rock.
I may have accidentally almost took our carport out.
On here,
Okay.
and see this line?
Yep.
Right.
I thought I was back further. I was counting my poles, but I was in a hurry to go Christmas shopping, and I turned too soon and went.
Because I don't have machines.
Edge of the bumper, and like just
Okay.
Won't fall.
like that.
Alright, so we're going
But with all the
to turn a little this way.
soft bumpers off,
Always make little adjustments. Great. Good.
I'd say the person we got was paid an extra 5 grand for it. To get it back on.
Okay. We're gonna back up again.
Pretty much got all that money back anyway. Because when
So on this one,
came in, they still didn't
we're gonna
have
be really slow as we approach this.
Whereas now
So
loaded.
that tire we kind of want to go right up into.
Say, I got mine at 24 and I got a pretty good discount on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, alright.
I'm kind of aiming for these little.
That's yeah, 'cause
And I
now
say, let's go.
I was in the debating like, do I just spend a little bit extra and get the Raptor?
The real Raptor or the Raptor?
The Raptor.
The Raptor.
Yeah.
It's not our car.
But the discounts that they were starting to offer on some of those was unbelievable.
Yeah, those discounts were high. You were talking about it.
Yeah, I got rid of my Raptor and I went to
Oh, that looks terrifying.
the F-250.
But it's at the same time, we're gonna drive this every day, do I?
So the reason I know, what is that tire about to do?
About to raise up.
Climb. So that will lift at the same time. Yeah. So I would
I
say
gotta turn a little.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Here, we'll show how scary it looks. Look what you're about to do,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Black Stallion.
But my F-250
There you go.
took about 30 seconds. It gets better.
Good.
Oh, it looks like it's gonna.
Oh, there it is.
Alright, I gotta go. I gotta go a little to the
Yeah.
right.
So now we want that passenger tire to climb up on that little step.
Okay.
That little rock. Yep. And then as he comes forward, he's going to be pointed up, so you just got to put your hands up nice and smooth.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, this is home territory. This is home territory right here.
Driver's side. And one right there. Close fist. Beautiful. All right. I want you to back up only because he's going to be coming down. I'm going to keep an eye over here. Make sure we don't hit anything. So real slow as we come forward. Actually, hold on right there.
Stay to his driver's side so you can see it.
Alright, so when am I?
So we want that tire to kind of stay on that rock.
Alright, when do I have them turn?
Once this tire's on this rock,
Yeah.
then we'll start turning.
Okay.
So we'll come forward just a touch. Then we'll try and turn.
Oh, the mirror. Can you see me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that might help.
I was gonna say, all I could see was the mirror. Okay. Gonna,
Nice and slow. Hold right there. So,
look at the back rock. Okay. See it.
what do we see here? See that little bracket?
Yep.
Just barely touching the rock. If we go forward, yes, it is going to lift, but it's not lifting high enough soon enough.
Okay.
So all I'm going to do is put a rock right in front of that tire to encourage the vehicle to lift up sooner. If that makes sense. Kind of like I did over there.
It's got about this much on this side for the rock rail.
Yeah, that's the other trick on this one. So I'm going to find some kind of a rock.
Yeah, control on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's about to hit the.
So this is called rock stacking.
So,
Favorite pastime.
He could back up a little bit.
if he turns a little, it'll bump up.
Yep. So as we come forward, also because we're close on this side, we're gonna want to start turning it. What do you look at? You have this much room. Earlier we had this much room, right?
Okay, you're watching that side?
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
that side might touch
It's
a
not
little
our
bit,
car.
but should be okay. That is a relatively strong component of the Bronco. So,
All right, so we should turn a little more to the left.
so let's go
straight
forward first,
Forward. Okay.
and as we come forward, then we'll turn.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
You got it.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that.
Yep.
Start that turn.
Yep.
Yep, more turn so he doesn't hit me or the tree.
Oh, good. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that.
Hold on. Stop. I can just hold that.
Most likely.
Okay.
You're fine.
Everybody else
That's
did.
the other one.
Everybody else did.
Okay. Oh, actually, wait.
Ah, nice one.
There we go.
Good job, everybody. All right.
Brendan to heaven. Go ahead. One of my guests is the one, and he's wondering if it would be possible for his wife to join him for dinner. I don't know what the rule is. She is definitely more than welcome to come and hang out at dinner. We can't guarantee there will be any food left, just because we want to make sure everybody we have here is accounted for. Roger that.
Remember, hon, it's not our car.
Still gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
Hold right there. I'm just gonna point something out.
Yeah.
What do we see here? So it's barely touching the rock. If we go forward, yes, it is going to lift, but it's not lifting high enough soon. So all I'm going to do is put a rock in front of that tire to encourage the vehicle to lift up soon. That makes sense. Kind of like I did over there. Yeah, that's the other trick on this one. So
That's a little one. Okay.
Just make sure you kind of reset your buttons where you need them to be for the trail ahead. Back down, you can come on up. So this is one of those trails where that two-door shorter wheelbase is at a slighter disadvantage than the four doors climbing up and down these steeper hills. time. Don't fight the car. If you feel like you're wrestling with that steering wheel, you're probably driving too fast over the terrain. So just slow it down. Want to be one with the trail.
You can come over a little more. Okay. Stay straight. You can go a little more of it that way. Good. So there's a couple of steps right here.
Okay.
So that's what you're. There you go.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire. Never the same. Whenever you calling my name, I'm taking my sweet time. And whatever the plan. golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to